Hey guys, welcome back. Let me start off by saying that this review will be a little shorter than the last ones, maybe not as in-depth, because I had to shoot last minute. I've been feeling a little ill and out of it all week, so I'm having to deal with that, so just take it as it is, and I just guess I'll just go and jump right into the review and get started. Now, I didn't like this episode as much as I liked the second episode. The second episode really got me more into this series. It drew me in. It's not that this episode didn't quite match up, but not every episode of any TV show is going to be all good, all great. But I just didn't like it. One of the best things about this episode is I think they did a really good job of diving into Norman's psychosis, because he's starting to hallucinate and see shit. You know, he's sitting there, he's doing the test, and the teacher comes up, who I still really into. You know, I definitely like to stay out of school with that teacher. I'm just kidding. But anyway, you know, he starts doing the test, he starts seeing the book and the pages in the book, and then when she comes up and starts talking to him, trying to help him out, telling him, you know, you can do this, you did the answers yesterday. He starts freaking out, and he starts seeing her, and he's all, ooh, and I really like how it's shot. And he starts seeing her tied up and bound and gagged. And at this point, you know, we're not sure. Is that just all in his head? Is that just his psychosis? Or is it foreshadowing something? You know, a premonition in the future of something that may happen to her. We don't know. We'll just have to see. At the very least, it keeps me interested. And later, he's on his bed, he's talking to his mom, and, you know, it's a little weird, but it's not really that much weirder than it usually is, and then the camera backs up, and you see that his mom's not really there. He's just pretty much talking to nobody, just talking in the air. I mean, he's even starting to see his mom now, and I really dig that. I really like it. You know, it's really going his psychosis. And then at the end, of course, you know, he decides that he's going to go down to the deputy's house and get the belt back, and get evidence back. So he goes down to the basement looking for it, and he starts seeing, you know, a studio set up to where, you know, looks like they're torturing the girls there, and he finds a girl in one of the rooms. Now, especially when it started previewing the next episode, you really start to see that, you know, maybe he really didn't see that. I, for one, am actually thinking that he did see it, that he really did see it, it's real, and all that. But we've seen him go crazy in the past and start seeing shit, so who knows? It's got me very interested for the next episode. Another thing is, the brother, I'm starting to like a little more, though overall I don't really like his character still that much. He's there for the conflict, and I do like the conflict that rises up between especially him and Norman, but other than that, he seems like just a stale character. So that's one of the things that I'm really not liking about the show. In this episode, this is one of the things I'm liking, even though right now I don't like the character that Norman is, you know, he's going towards. There's the whole triangle between him, Bradley, and Emma. And right now, you know, Bradley seems to be the winner, as in a few of the last episodes. Emma was. You know, she comes to visit Norman in the hospital, and they start talking, and they start getting a little closer. And this is another thing I saw. I'm not sure if this is what they're trying to do or not, and people will have mixed opinions about this, but it's not really anything big enough to worry about. I just figure I'd put it out there to see what I thought. He was in the hospital bed talking to Bradley, and the old movie came on. He said something about, you know, I really like the old movies. The bad stuff that happens in it seems much more real, or it's a lot better than the old movies. I'm really wondering if that was a shout out to the original black and white Psycho. Who knows? Could have been, maybe not. Now, back to the brother. You know, I should have called this earlier, that he was going towards, you know, he's going to be the job that they hired him for. was for, guarding the pot, or at least having to deal with the pot. I caught it when they were driving to there, but I really should have caught it earlier. And that's another thing that I was thinking in the last couple episodes, but it explained it this time, and I'm glad they caught it. It never really said how far the pot fields and the mountains were from the town, but when Emma and Norma went up there, it seemed that it was only a 1-day trip, so it can't be far. And if they're hiding the brother, then the whole bunch of town isn't with it. And the whole time I was thinking, what if they track Emma and Norman down? And Emma came up and was talking about, being worried about will they track him down. So I'm glad they really went into that and put that forth. Also, it seems that Bradley's dad was the pot boss. Of course, I'm sure she didn't know anything about this. She never hinted that she does, She's one of the more innocent townfolk, at least for now. I don't think she's going to get all psychotic and evil or have hide secrets. But, she may, but I don't think she is. Because the guy that hired Norman's brother on, he's talking and he says, he was talking about how his boss got killed. He's been talking about that for a little bit. But then he says how he got killed and, they took revenge on the guy that did it. Which is hinting to, Bradley's dad getting burned by somebody and then them burning the guy at the docks. So overall, I think it was a pretty good episode. Wasn't great. Wasn't quite as good as the others. And, the relationships are still strong, I think, between Norma and Norman. That's still going strong. And I really like that. That is by far, in my opinion, the best relationship in the series so far. Another thing that I thought was a little weird, but it's not big enough of a nitpick to really tear the series apart. And I have to say at this point that I've never been on any police investigations. And, obviously, when they came into the house and they were doing a search, they had the warrant and everything. They didn't have enough to hold Norma, or they would have taken her in. But at the same time, I thought it was really weird that they let her leave. Yes, Norman was in the hospital and all that. But maybe they had no choice in the matter. Maybe they had to let her leave. Maybe they couldn't keep her. But, she just kind of left. It really didn't show with the cops' reactions. It's like, yeah, we think you murdered somebody, but go on. But whatever. Just a small thing. Not a big deal. I just want to point out that I thought it was kind of weird. But yeah, next review should be a lot better. I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm going to try and get the Castle review next week. I promised that one. So, tomorrow night, I'm shooting this Sunday night. Tomorrow night is Baby's Motel. I don't think Castle's actually coming on, but, I'm just doing the 100th episode review for that. So, unless for some reason Bates doesn't come on tomorrow night, then I'll shoot the review for the 4th episode shortly after and get it up. There we go. Get down, Ray Fish. Come on.